Alright, so let's get into it. People watch spy movies for two reasons: thrills and escapism. But here's the trick: a truly great spy film doesn't just blow things up. It grabs your brains and twists it, makes you think, feel, and if it's really good, reevaluate everything you thought you knew about the world. The modern spy film is a balancing act. It has to entertain while being smart enough to justify its genre. Audiences today want suspense like Hitchcock, emotional buy-in like Spielberg, and a few moments of good old-fashioned spectacle. The challenge is to make all that feel fresh, human, and relevant. Let's unpack the ingredients for an entertaining, thought-provoking spy thriller that leaves audiences glued to the seats all the way through the credits. Alright, so let's ask the question: what makes a spy character entertaining? Great spy movies live and die by their characters. Audiences don't just root for the hero because they're the good guy. They need to be invested into why they are risking it all. So let's talk about the flawed hero. Perfect heroes are boring. Modern audiences want someone who struggles, who screws up, and who might not even believe in the mission they're on. And why this works is that the flawed hero is a relatable person. Maybe they're brilliant but socially inept. Maybe they're physically strong but morally compromised. The push-pull of their strengths and weaknesses keeps us locked. And as an example of this, Jason Bourne was a wreck, an amnesiac running from his own past. Yet every punch, chase, and discovery felt meaningful because we wanted him to figure out who he was. Let's talk about the charismatic villain. A great villain isn't just evil, they are compelling. They are the person you hate but can't stop watching. Bonus points if their motivations make you squirm because deep down they might be right. And why this might work is that a charismatic villain gives the hero and the audience something to bounce off. You don't just want them to lose, you need it. An example of this is, think of like Hans Gruber from Die Hard. He wasn't just a thief, he was a smooth-talking intellectual who made you question whether he was smarter than the hero. Emotional conflict. The best characters have something to lose. A family, a mentor, or even their own identity. The spy isn't just saving the world, they're trying to protect something personal. This works because emotional stakes make us care. A car chase is just a car chase until we know what's at risk if they fail. So what's the challenge? The challenge is how to add intelligence without losing thrills. And there are really three ways to do this. First of all, build suspense like Hitchcock. Hitchcock once says, "There's no terror in the bang, only in the anticipation of it." Modern spy films need more slow burn moments where tension builds until the audience is holding their breath. This is more prevalent, especially nowadays, where spectacle seems to have taken over cinema. And you can see it. People aren't going to box offices just to see a whole bunch of explosions and to see a whole bunch of CGI, because that loses its take in about 15 minutes. What has always made certain spy genre films, like the Bourne series and the Bond series, so remarkable and brilliant is when they have used reality and grounded their films in reality, but shown a real-life human being who seems to be able to survive everything and come out on top in the end. So how this suspense can work for us in film is that a spy plants a bug in a villain's office, but the villain walks in. We're tense as they inch closer to discovery, and it's not about explosions, but it's about the moments before the explosions. Use tension as a weapon. Tension isn't just suspense, it makes the audience feel like the rug could be pulled out at any second. Some example might be where a scene where a hero negotiates with a corrupt politician knowing they might walk into a trap. No guns drawn, just sharp dialogue. Give the audience a puzzle. People like to feel smart. Give them clues to piece together, codes, subtle betrayals, or a MacGuffin with layers of meaning. And I've always found that the best spy thrillers have had a detective element to them. Bond movies that have the detective element to them, Bourne Identity or Bourne series where Bourne is trying to piece together elements of the story to discover why he is being targeted. And the audience is also trying to piece that together as well. The thrill factors: suspense, action, and payoff. What we want is action that feels real. Modern spy thrillers need action sequences that are grounded, visceral, and personal. Real action is messy. A fist fight in a cramped hallway or a rooftop foot chase has far more impact than a fake-looking skyscraper stunt. Some oh crap moments. Each spy movie needs at least one scene where the audience collectively gasps. Maybe it's a betrayal, a last-minute twist, or a stunt that defies expectation. These moments are the reason people buy tickets. They want to feel something: shock, awe, or even dread. An emotional payoff. Thrills are great, but they mean nothing if it doesn't hit home. The best spy movies leave you with a gut punch or a moment of catharsis. Audiences need to feel something when the credits roll: satisfaction, heartbreak, or even a lingering sense of unease. What should the audience feel by the end? The best spy thrillers leave the audience on a high, but not necessarily a happy one. The hero wins, but at what cost? The villain loses, but did their ideas die with them? The audience should walk away feeling thrilled. The adrenaline should still be pumping from the final scene. Moved, they should care about what just happened, whether it's the hero's sacrifice, a hard-earned victory, or a bittersweet realization. Thoughtful. Great spy movies reflect the times. The audience should be left chewing on larger themes: power, morality, and trust. So this is a new blueprint for spy thrillers. Spy movies thrive when they marry escapism with relevance. The modern spy isn't just saving the world, they're grappling with it. The villain isn't a maniac with a doomsday device, they're a metaphor for systemic issues like class warfare, tech addiction, or misinformation. And the thrill that comes from making the audience feel every punch, betrayal, or moral dilemma as if it's their own. When the credits roll, they shouldn't just clap. They should leave the theater wondering, if I were in their shoes, what would I have done? And if that doesn't work, fine. Give them a laser watch and blow something up, because you're still getting my money.